Here's the top 10 games you must buy on the Nintendo eShop sale. Welcome to the channel, I'm Andy, and this is 128KB. If you're new to the channel, go down there, hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps us out. And today I'm going to be going through the entire eShop sale, well, the best picks of the eShop sale, because Nintendo have just put a huge sale on their eShop, and well, I spent all of last night going through all 66 pages so that you don't have to. And what I've done is I've whittled it down to like our favorite top 10, and it was quite hard to do because there was so many good games. There's so many good games. But also, these sales run on to the 30th of this month, so the end of this month. So I had to sort of whittle it down so that all the games I'm going to show you now actually are the ones that are available on sale until the 30th, because there was quite a few that I wanted to show you, but actually they ended in a couple of days, and I thought it's not really fair. I want to give you as much time as possible to, you know, get these games if you want to. So let's crack on. I've got the laptop here because I want to get this out as quickly as possible so that you get the best deals that you can. So first up is for the racers out there, and that is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. So this game is actually a whopping 63% off. So that's down from £34.99 to £12.94, which is really good. So this game is actually a remaster of the original game, and I played this back in the day. It's a really good game. So for less than £14 or less than £13 actually, this is pretty good. And I think it kicks into some gameplay in a second, or at least the sort of CGI trailer. But there you go, that's the kind of game that it is. It's a really fast-paced racing game. It's really cool. You've got cops behind you, chasing you, that kind of thing. It's really good fun. And if you're into racers, then this is certainly one to check out. Next up is Castlevania, the Advanced Collection. So this game only just recently came out. It's about a month ago actually. And this is a remake of, I think, 4 Castlevania games from the Game Boy Advance. And I think one of them was actually from like the NES or the SNES. But there's the Game Boy Advance collection on here. Big set of games, amazing. Some of the best Castlevania games that are actually available. Here's some pictures of what it's like. So this is an old school thing. This is from the Game Boy Advance, so you do have to sort of take that in mind. It's not a modern game, but for any retro players out there or anyone that loves Castlevania, or if you've never played Castlevania before at all, then definitely check out this bundle. It's on sale currently, down from £16 to £11.99, so that's about 25% off. That's pretty good, to be perfectly honest. For these games, I've tried to cover sort of everyone's cup of tea in this list as well, so there should be at least something for everyone. Next up is Dark Souls Remastered. Now this is reduced from $34.99 to $17.50, so that's basically 50% off, which is great. This is an amazing game. It's a remake of the 2011 Dark Souls, so they remastered it for everything, including Switch. So this is actually one that I definitely recommend. I think I'm going to pick this up finally now too. I have played the original Dark Souls, but I haven't played the remaster. But looking at everyone else's impressions and the reviews from when it came out in 2018 for the Switch, everyone says it's great, so I would definitely check this out. Dark Souls is incredibly hard. This is not one to take lightly. It's very difficult. It's a very doom and gloom big sort of world. It's not an open world game, it's kind of linear, but you do get to sort of choose your path. So you get stuck, you might like enter a room that you can't progress through, so you have to come back there later. So it's kind of like a sort of a bit like a Metroidvania in that sense. But yeah, lots of hard enemies, but even the sort of normal enemies are quite difficult. You're gonna die a lot. Just be prepared to die a lot. But for £17.50, this is a really good game to pick up if you missed it back in the day. And if you're a fan of the upcoming game Elden Ring, I think it's called Elden Ring, that is actually by these guys. So this is where it all started essentially. Next up, we've got Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. So this only came out again, I think last month, I think it was, so about a month ago. And if you know Super Monkey Ball, you're literally a monkey in a ball and you roll around. I'm pretty sure there's a video. Here we go. So let's check this out. You're literally a monkey in a ball, and the aim is to collect as many bananas as possible and to just get to the finish line. So it's quite hard. If you played Rainbow Road on Mario Kart before, it's kind of like that, where you can just fall off the maps and die. So, you know, it's all about sort of precision and skill based and getting through them as quick as possible in terms of levels. There we go. So it's a puzzle game, but it's also, you know, all about the speed of which to get through that end goal. And this is, you know, it looks great. And it's a remake of the GameCube version, I believe. So here's some screenshots for you. It's a nice colourful game. There are like other characters you can unlock, and I think there's paid ones as well that you can buy to get different characters, but you don't need to do that. But Super Monkey Ball's great, and this is $34.99 down to $26.24. So again, 25% off. One to check out if you're in the mood for some Monkey Ball. It is a multiplayer game as well, so there you go. Another multiplayer game is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. So this is actually 45% off, down from £40 down to $21.99. That's a hefty reduction there. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 came out a long time ago. This is again like a remake of those games. I've got it on the PlayStation. Such an amazing game. I'm probably going to buy this again for the Switch just so that I've got it portably. But I absolutely love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. This is not like the later games where it's like open world. These are like time limited levels. So you get like 2 to 3 minutes per map, and you've got to do certain combos. You've got to collect skates and stuff like that. There's just different things you've got to do. Get the highest score, do the most tricks, do certain jumps. It's really, really cool. Such a good game. If you're a fan of the old Tony Hawk's and you've not played the remaster yet, check this out. It's 45% off. This is definitely one to see. Such a cool game. Like I said, I think I'm going to rebuy it again on the Switch so I can play it on my OLED portably. So next up is another sort of old school set of games. I'm seeing a trend here, Andy, but this is Spyro. So I haven't played the Spyro games for a long time, and I haven't played the remakes here either, and this is the Reignited Trilogy, but this again is basically 50% off. It's £17.50 instead of $34.99, which is really nice to see, and Spyro is really cool. It's an old school platformer game. Again, I'll be showing you a trailer over the top, I'm sure, but you're Spyro, you're a tiny little purple dragon running around and just doing cool stuff. Again, for £17.50, this is pretty much one to check out. This is great for kids as well as adults, and I'm sure if you're sort of my age, you probably played the originals of this back on the PlayStation, you know, back in the day. So if you want some nostalgia there, or if you're new to the series, if you've never tried it before, it is a platformer. So it's more of an old school style game in the realms of like Crash Bandicoot, that kind of era. Next up is Diablo II Resurrected, another old school game that's been remade. Andy, what are you doing to us? But anyway, this is $34.99 down to $26.24, so that's 25% off there. Diablo II Resurrected, so Diablo 2 is like held as the best Diablo game, basically. Came out on the PC way back when. It's a really cool game. If you've not played, well, if you have played Diablo 3 on the Switch or on any other consoles, then you might want to check out Diablo 2. This is like a dungeon crawler, essentially. I haven't played the 2 remake. I've played the original, so way back when, but the 2 remake is available now on Switch as well. The only sad thing is that it's not local co-op. So Diablo 3, you could have 2 controllers, you know, side by side, and you could actually play on one screen. Diablo 2, you can't do that. You've got to have like a system each and play online together, which is kind of a shame. But if you're just planning on playing one player, then this is definitely one to check out. It's just a looter like game. You're in dungeons. It's all about defeating all the enemies, getting as much loot as possible, upgrading your armor and all that good stuff. It's one that you can sink a lot of time into. And they've remade it pretty much from the ground up here. So that's Diablo II Resurrected. Next up is one of my favorite Metroidvania games, Axiom Verge. Now this is a solid 50% off and it's £7.49. This is an absolute must buy. So if you're a fan of Metroidvania games, which are basically Castlevania mixed with Metroid, where it's kind of like almost open world, but it's a 2D platformer and you've got to kind of backtrack at times, so you'll get, it's not linear. So what I mean by that is you don't just keep going forward, you can't just follow the same path and get through it like Super Mario. It's not like that. This is, you'll go through a door, go down a big elaborate cave or whatever, and then you'll get to an area and be stuck and you can't progress because maybe there's a door locked by a key, or maybe there's nothing there at all, and later on you'll get an ability once you find the right path to go back there with a certain weapon or whatever, and then you're going to unlock that next area. So it's a lot of back and forth, but this game is amazing. It was designed and created by one person. I think his name was Thomas Happ, and he did absolutely everything. The art, the storyline, the music, the coding of the game. He did everything by himself, absolutely everything. And this is such an amazing game. I love it. I've got it on Switch. I've got the collector's edition physically. So if you want to check this out for £7.49, just get it. Such a cool game. Next up is Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. And again, I only showed this because of the hefty discount here. So this is $34.99 down to £10.49. Now, Wolfenstein is pretty much, you're all shooting Nazis. So it is an 18 rated game, this one, but for £10.50, this is great. So it's a really nice detailed game. It looks fantastic, even on the Switch. It's very Doom-esque. If you've played Doom, then you're going to be a fan of Wolfenstein. They're very similar, but instead of shooting demons, you're shooting Nazis, and it's a really cool set of games. There are other Wolfenstein games out there, but this one, such a good discount, I thought I'd better show it. Now, next up, I've got two versions of the same game, so this I'm counting as one game, and that is The Witcher 3, because not only do you have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, they actually released that recently, but you have as well The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition? Come on, Andy. Yeah, Complete Edition, there we go. So Wild Hunt itself is basically just the base game, and then the Complete Edition is with all the DLCs, so you get absolutely everything. So I would recommend that you go for the other one if you can afford it, but if not, then check this one out. So the base game alone, which is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, is reduced at 50% off, so that's $29.99 down to $14.99. That's not much at all. 15 quid for a game of this caliber. Definitely check it out. But if you go to the other one, well, then we've got $49.99 reduced to $24.99, so 50% off again. But yeah, $24.99 is £10 more than the base game, but for £10 you're getting a lot more content, and this is an amazing game. I'm sure you've probably seen the Netflix show, or you've seen the games on other consoles, or maybe you've read the books. But this is, you're a demon slayer as such. You're a witcher, so you're a lone person. It's very sort of doom and gloom, but you're all about fighting demons and protecting the world, essentially. But there's witches and vampires and all this kind of stuff in there. Very, very big game. This is like sink a lot of hours into it. It's an RPG game, but it's really cool. Open world, very nice. It is on the Switch. I can't believe they made it on the Switch. It's an amazing feat. It is quite a big game though. I think it's coming in at around 35 gigabytes. That's quite a big download, so please make sure you've got enough space on your system if you are planning to download this game. But amazing game. I've still yet to pick it up because I've been wanting to buy the physical version, but I can't find it anywhere without it being really, really expensive. But yeah, for $24.99, I am very, very tempted to just buy the physical version, or the digital version, because I do have enough space. So I think that was 10, but I'm going to give you one more as an extra. So here we go. Here's one extra, and that is Okami HD. Another remake. Come on, Andy, stop showing us old games, right? Okami HD. This I only shown again because of the price. So this is £7.99. That's 50% off. It was meant to be $15.99. So if I show you the trailer here, it's kind of hard to explain. This is just a beautiful game. It's such a nice game. It's a very GameCube orientated like look. Reminds me of Beautiful Joe. And if you've ever seen that, again, I might be showing my age there, but what a game. This is a remake again, and I haven't played this since it originally came out. So I think I'm going to be picking this one up myself. I'm going to watch my own video here and go, oh yeah, good point, Andy. I need to get that. But yeah, this is such a cool game. You're almost like playing a painting, but you've got touchscreen controls. If you're using it docked, well then you can, there you go, it's showing it right now. You can use the Joy-Cons instead, and it's just such a wonderful game. It just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really enjoy that sort of cel-shaded art style here where it looks kind of like a painting. There you go, there's your 10 must-have or 11 must-have games from the eShop sale. So go through them, rewatch this video if you need to, and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Remember, you've got until the 30th of this month. And also, we do have another part 2 video coming of this series where I'm going to be looking at sort of exclusive Nintendo titles. So Nintendo's own titles and exclusive titles for the Nintendo Switch that are currently on sale right now as well. So don't go anywhere, go down there, hit that like and subscribe, and wait for tomorrow's video, which is going to be going through the more games basically on sale. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm Andy, this is 128KB. Check out our website 128kb.co.uk. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.